Okay, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how you complete a cube without knowing the face numbers, the primary numbers. For instance, if the primary numbers haven't been given to you yet. For starters, I'll, um, I'll go with the secondary numbers. The primary numbers are the ones that are at the faces, at the very center of the faces. They're not there in this case. But the primary numbers are the secondary numbers are the ones that come from the primary numbers at the corners. So this is completing the cube with only the secondary numbers. They're not ghost numbers, they're just secondary numbers. There's primary and then there's secondary. Okay, and throughout this I'm going to discuss the cubic octrant, because the definition I give to a cubic octrant is that it's sort of like a Cartesian coordinate quadrant, a flat plane Cartesian coordinate, but it fills up 8 spaces connected together at the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have the front one, top front one, colored in pink, and the back bottom one colored in blue. There's 6 numbers to a cubic octrant. The primary numbers aren't there, but the secondary numbers are in this case. So you add up the numbers of the secondary numbers at each cubic octrant, and this is another set of cubic octrants diagonal to each other. All of them are diagonal to each other, but this shows it from the side view. There's 6 numbers, but there's no primary numbers in their places yet. So you add up the numbers. In the back here is 10 plus 14 plus 12 is 36. In the front bottom here is 14 plus 14 plus 22 plus 12, I believe, is 48. Yeah, 48. And so and there's all these. There's 36 and 48 up here, and there's another 36 and 48. And this is a 36 and 48. But there's also the 24 and 60. And these are just secondary numbers. But they're all added up together. All these in the cubic octrants are added up together. So a way to determine the central ghost number, which will help you identify the rest of it, is zipper numbers, or to determine the central ghost number and the outer ghost number. So if you start at 36, end at 48, you put 36 on top of 48, and you count 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, going up. Right here you count down 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, and the one left over is a central ghost number. Or you could have just said 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, 84, 4 plus 0 is 4, plus 4 plus 4 is 8, 84, and all these are all 84s. And you subtract 42 from 84, which would again give you the central ghost number. And that's one instance. And 24 and 60. We found that right here, 24 and 60, the only other different diagonal. So you put 24 and 60 and do the same thing, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. And you you go backwards here, 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, and at the very end you have 42 left over. But if you look at all these and add all these up, these are all 84s again, 84. So you subtract 84, you subtract 42 from the leftover from 84, and you still get the central ghost number. And this is zipper numbers for the primary numbers. And you get the primary numbers because primary numbers are half the secondary numbers. That's a rule for any cube. And they all divide into 3. So 36, half of 36 is 18. 48, half of 48 is 24. 60, half of 60 is 30. And 48, half of 48 is 24. 48, half of 48 is 24. I didn't put one here, 36. Half of 36 is 18. I didn't put that there, but that adds up to 54. 24, half of 24 is 12. 36, half of 36 is 18. So when you add the full and the half together, that gives you the inner ghost number 54, 36, 54, 54. I didn't write that correct good. 72, 72, 72, and 90. And the reason I say that the primary numbers are trivial because you could have just, if you had the primary numbers, you could have just easily guessed the central ghost number by adding them together, in this case, in the addition form. But if you do the zipper thing, just to make sure it's right, 18, start with 18 right here, and 24 down here, 18 and 24 on top, 18, 19, 20, 24, 23, 22, what's left over is 21, and 21 multiplied by 42, or 21 times 2 is 42. So that, because that's half of the previous primary, secondary numbers. And all these add up to 42, and 21 times 2 is 42. So that's a trivial way of getting the central ghost number. Because if you already had the primary numbers there, it's the easiest way to determine the central ghost number. Okay, and now this is outer ghost numbers from the inner ghost numbers. Now that you have the inner ghost numbers, you can determine the outer ghost numbers by adding them together across their diagonals. And it's 126, which is 3 times 42 in a cube. Guessing the primary numbers set, only one set satisfies the whole cube. So you'd have to guess at these. But completing the cube with 2 inner ghost numbers only, then it's still you add it together, add 54 and 72 together, you get 126, and you divide 3 into 126, which would be the outer ghost number, and you get 42, the inner ghost number. So that's the central ghost number, I mean. Then the inner ghost number is divisible by 3. So 54, there's a part of it that's 2/3 greater and 1/3 greater. 1/3 is great. And so 54, You divide it by 3, gives you 18 with so 18 and double 18 is 36. So that gives you the primary number and the secondary number. And then down here 72, you divide 72 by 3, it gives you 24, which is half of 48, primary and secondary numbers. And then you divide 36 however you want to. Well, it has to match these. You divide 36, whatever you give to 36, it's all going to come out equal in the primary numbers, or whatever you give to the primary numbers, it's all going to come out equal at the corners and secondary numbers. And there's no way of getting back to one cube, but several cubes are possible with the same central and outer ghost numbers. So this is not the same cube. Like I put 6 and 6 and 6 here, and that's 18. And I got 12, 12, and 12 back, which is 36. And back here I put 8, 8, and 8, which is 24. And I got back 16, 16, 16, which is 48. And that this is a symmetrical cube. It's not the same as the last cube. It's symmetrical. So it's a different type of cube, but it still has the same central ghost number and the same outer ghost numbers. And this is completing the cube. Once you have all these, you can complete the cube and you get the outer ghost numbers, the central ghost numbers, the primary and the secondary numbers. They all add up to 126, 42, 42, and 42 is 26. So thanks a lot.